In this video, I'll be going over the best high-yield savings accounts for anyone. And as a diehard personal finance nerd, these are some of the best on the market if you want to make some passive income. I'll have all the links to the high-yield savings accounts down below in the description. And I also have a spreadsheet that you guys can go to. Basically shows you all the numbers and compares these three accounts. Now, if you're wondering why the heck you need a high-yield savings account, here is why. Free passive income with literally zero work from you. If your money is sitting in a Chase account, Bank of America account, Wells Fargo account, you really should move it to one of these accounts. Every bank on this list offers at least 4 to 5% APY as we're filming this video. So what that basically looks like is for every $100 you put into the account, you'll get about $4 to $5 per year in free money. This is likely hundreds of times higher than your current bank, and you're probably not making any money from the money sitting in your account. So yeah, let's get started with my list of the best high yield savings accounts. By the way, I encourage you guys to click on the links down below because these offers are always changing. All the numbers could be a little bit different depending on when you are watching this video. So it's going to give you the most up-to-date rate for each bank that we talk about. So the first bank we're talking about, this is one that I absolutely love, is the SoFi savings account. As you guys can see, they pay up to 4.60% APY right now, and they have FDIC insurance up to $2 million, which is way higher than most banks. And then also, if you guys sign up right now, you can get up to $300 just for opening up your account and setting up a direct deposit. Yeah, we'll talk more about that. So like most high yield savings accounts, the SoFi savings account has no fees. So there are no account fees, there's no overdraft fees, and there's no monthly fees. In terms of the interest rate, SoFi is definitely up there. It's not the highest, but it's also not the lowest. And at the end of this video, I'll do a section where I talk about some of the most frequently asked questions regarding savings accounts and why just choosing based on the interest rate is not the most important factor. Now let's talk a little bit more about the 4.6% APY. The only thing with SoFi is that to get this high APY, you actually need to set up direct deposit. Otherwise, the interest you're going to get is 0.5% APY. So everyone that sets this account up, I highly recommend that you set up your direct deposit because that's when you can actually start making that passive income. Now, if you don't have that much money to put into the account, that's totally okay. There's no fees if you have under a minimum balance. And I do like that SoFi gives you access to 55,000 plus fee-free ATMs. This is all done on the Allpoint network. If you do get a paycheck, there's actually a pretty cool feature with this account. You can get up to 2-day early paycheck. And all you have to do basically is set up your direct deposit with SoFi. There's also overdraft coverage up to $50 with no fees, as long as you have a direct deposit amount of at least $1,000 per month. SoFi also has a really great all-in-one app. So if you guys like to use one app for everything, then this is perfect. And like I mentioned earlier, the reason we get $2 million of FDIC coverage is because SoFi works with a network of different banks. So yeah, basically your money is spread across these banks, which is more safe for you. Let's talk a little bit more about the $300 bonus that I want all you guys to get. So to qualify for this cash bonus, there's a couple things that you do need to make sure of. You basically need to receive at least one qualifying direct deposit by a certain date. As of right now, this offer seems to be good until the end of the year, but they might extend that. So just check the website to make sure. So if your direct deposit amount is between $1,000 and $5,000, you'll get a $50 bonus. Or if you have a direct deposit of $5,000 or more, that's when you get that full $300. So yeah, if you have at least $5,000 that you can put into this account, you get that free $300, which is really great. Overall, SoFi is a super popular high yield savings account. I have an account. I use it for a good chunk of my own money. And yeah, the $300 bonus is definitely an offer that's not going to last forever. So I really encourage you guys to take advantage of that offer right now before it expires because $300 free plus that 4.6% APY is an absolute steal. Okay, so the next high yield savings account that we are talking about today is the Amex Savings account. You guys know Amex, American Express. It's one of the most popular accounts out there. And right now, the current APY is 4.25%. Again, this might be a little bit different depending on when you guys are watching this video. Could be lower, it could be higher, but I just recommend use that link down below and check for the most up-to-date rate. To get this rate, you basically just need to deposit at least $1. And yeah, there are tons of reasons why I really like this account. The first is basically no minimum balance and there are no monthly fees, just like the SoFi account. American Express obviously is a huge company. They have really great customer service. So if you have any problems, their customer service team is really fast to respond and it's 24/7. Amex also has a great app. So if you like to do mobile banking, then this is great for that. Now, I will say that although although this account has a lower rate than the SoFi account, it's a bit less complicated to actually get that rate because, like I said, for the SoFi account, the standard is 0.5%. It's currently 4.6% with a direct deposit. But with this account, you actually do not need to set up direct deposit to get that 4.25%. Now, some of the cons of the Amex high yield savings account is first, there is no overdraft protection. For most of you guys watching this video, that's not really going to matter. You also cannot do cash deposits since there is no checking account paired to this account, and there is no branch access as well. The beauty is basically in the simplicity of this account. Although the APY is a bit lower, there is no requirement to set up direct deposit, but I will also say that there is no cash bonus for opening an account, unlike the SoFi account. That's why for most of you guys watching this video, I'd say the SoFi account is going to be better as long as you can get that cash bonus. But yeah, overall, 4.25% is great. It is much better than your Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America account. You'll get about $4 per $100 you put into this account per year. And yes, overall, really solid account, very well known with a solid APY. Okay, so the next account that we're talking about in this video is the Barclays high yield savings account. As of right now, the interest rate on this account is 4.35%, which is really solid. There's no minimum balance to get that APY. And yeah, this is just another really solid high yield savings account. It is, in my opinion, very similar to the Amex account. Barclays is a well-known bank, but there are a few limitations. The first being that there is no access to ATMs. And also, if you want to invest in different deposit products, they actually don't have that many of them. So yeah, if you want to buy CDs, then maybe Amex is going to be a little bit better. The Barclays account also does not have any monthly service fees, so that's something that you don't need to worry about. And yeah, just like all the rest of the accounts we talked about in this video, this is an online savings account. All right, there's no physical branch. I think they just have one branch in Delaware, but it's probably not going to matter for most of you guys. But yeah, I personally have not used this account, but I've done a lot of research on it. I've read a lot of great reviews about it. Overall, the difference between the three high yield savings accounts that we talked about in this video, it's not that big of a difference. There are some pros and cons to each, but nothing too drastically different. I just say that the main thing is the direct deposit requirement to get that high APY for the SoFi account, as well as that up to $300 bonus with SoFi. These other two accounts, they don't have any of these bonuses available. So yeah, just something to consider. Okay, so now let's do a little quick FAQ, frequently asked questions that most people have when it comes to high yield savings accounts. The first question that I get is, should I just choose the one with the highest APY? And my answer for that is not necessarily. Okay, so there are other banks out there that might have a little bit higher APYs, but you do need to consider, does this change? Because they have the power to change the rate at any point. Do they tend to be pretty stable with the rate? Because you don't want to choose a bank that is always lowering or increasing their rate, because that's not steady. Also, the difference between most of these rates is not that big. It's usually about up to 0.5%, and on $5,000 invested, the difference is only about $25 per year. So you can see it doesn't matter that much. What's more important is going to be the features, the app, how fast you can get your money, which with all the accounts we talked about, very fast, reputation, FDIC insurance, and all that stuff. That's why I'll say anything over 4%, as long as it's from a reputable brand, is going to be a solid account to go with. Another question I get a lot is the money stuck there? Like, if I put my money into this high yield savings account, do I have access to it? How fast can I get it? Stuff like that. I'll say it's very, very fast. It's almost just like a checkings account. Usually for a lot of these banks, they don't want you taking out money super frequently, but withdrawing your money, it's basically the same thing as with your normal checkings account. Yes, you can't withdraw cash with these since they are online banks only, but the online bank portion is really great because there's less overhead for them. That's why they can pay out way higher APYs. So personally, that's something that I am super okay living with because I don't use cash that much anyways. And if there's any money that I have that's not invested or going into my business or whatever, it's going to be in a high yield savings account. Another question is, when should I actually sign up for a high yield savings account? My answer to that is just going to be as soon as you can. Even if you don't think you have that much money to put into the account, it's important that you get in the right habits, because for anyone that doesn't have a high yield savings account, I sort of question why they don't. Why they just leave their money in a normal checkings account or normal savings account. Build these good personal finance habits, because when you do make more money, when you do accumulate more, you'll have a spot to put it without going through additional roadblocks. Yeah, sorry guys, but I secretly judge people that don't have a high yield savings account because it is one of the easiest things you can do to have your money grow. And the more money you have in a normal checkings or savings account, the more I'm like, why not? why not just create that high yield savings account and start making some passive income? Because seriously, you need to have your money work for you. Otherwise, the value is dropping daily with inflation. So at least getting that 4% APY is going to minimize the loss in value of your money. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of high yield savings accounts. I've been using them for years and years. Hopefully this video was informative for you. And like I said, all the links to the accounts we talked about, they'll be down below. I also encourage you to check out that free Google Sheet where I basically break these accounts down and basically allow you to compare the different rates and features all in one spot. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully this video was informative. If you guys got some value from it, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content just like this. On this channel, I do a ton of videos about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. All stuff to help you live a more financially successful life. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.